Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of May, or whenever this video might find you. I don't believe in coincidences, so you're going to receive this message exactly when you're meant to receive it. If you are new here, I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I am a women's coach, and I do these oracle card readings at least once a month. And I also have some guided meditations here on my channel and some health and fitness stuff as well. Now, I'm going to get started today with a little bit of Palo Santo, some energy hygiene. I want you to know that even if you're not here in the presence of the Palo Santo, if you can't smell it, that's no problem, because it's not the smoke, it's not the smudge that raises our energy, that raises our frequency. It's actually the spirit of the Palo Santo tree. So thank you, Palo Santo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And when I get into the cards today, I'm going to get started here with a message from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. This is by Kelly Smith. This is my favorite oracle deck. I call it my OG deck because I do use it the most. I've used it for the longest. I use it in all my one-on-one sessions. I use it often in my 16-week program and in my mastermind program on our weekly group coaching calls. I use it in my membership community, which is where you gain access to the extended readings here on these monthly oracle videos. And I also call it my tough love deck because it does call us on our shit. It calls us on our self-sabotage, on, oh, look at that. You got messages flying across the room for you. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you, Cancer. And I've actually got two messages here, and they both feel like they are for you this month. Okay, so for starters, we're getting the Resolve card. So Resolve tells us that this period of indecision, this period of inner conflict, it's got to come to an end. There's a decision that needs to be made in this month, okay? There's a decision that you need to be making this month. Or you're also getting Soul Group. This card tells you that you're about to reunite with members of your soul family. So there are people from your soul family, people that you have shared past lives with, that are coming back into your life this time around. So this could be people from your past in this lifetime, but no, it definitely feels like for the majority of you, it's going to be people who were in past lives with you. So you're just meeting them for the first time, but they feel very familiar to you. You feel like you could tell them your whole life story and you don't know why. You just met this person. Use discernment. You don't want to just, share all the details of your life with complete strangers. But if they do feel very familiar to you, that's a very good indication that these are members of your soul family. Maybe they're here to help you make this decision, whatever this decision might be. Now, I will dive a little bit deeper into this reading, but if you're going to be joining me on the extended reading, I want you to start thinking now about a question. What is a question that you can ask around whatever this decision is that needs to be made? Because we will pull a card based on your question from the Moonology Oracle. If this is something around relationships, then this will definitely be helpful for you, because we're going to be pulling a card from the Romance Oracle as well. And then we'll also pull a card from the Shaman's Dream. That one's my personal favorite deck for myself. This one's my favorite for working with other people. That one's my favorite for myself. It's kind of a sacred deck for me. I don't usually use it with other people, but I was feeling really called to bring it on to this month's reading, so I did. So let's get a little bit of clarity here, okay, around this inner conflict that's going on, around this decision that needs to be made for the Cancer Collective. So what is going to help the Cancer Collective the most with making whatever decision it is that needs to be made in the month ahead, please, Spirit? Okay, I'm getting creative projects. So one way that you can channel the energy that is coming up around this is through your creative projects. So I feel like for some of you, this could be like even redecorating, reorganizing a room, and that's going to help you channel your energy, which is going to be really helpful with helping you come to the conclusion that you need to come to, okay? So for a lot of you, you're going to be receiving the answer. You're going to be receiving intuitive nudges, intuitive hits that are going to help you determine what is the right decision to make, whatever this is for you. And you're going to receive those intuitive nudges and intuitive hits in your creative projects. That's connecting it with your sacral energy. That's how we manifest, right? That's where a magnetism comes from. It says it's time to get things done. Make make your creative projects a priority for you right now. For some of you, I feel like this is business. Is there something you've been thinking about doing in your business? Something you've been thinking about creating, a new offering? Maybe if you do something similar to what I do, could you be thinking about like a new lead magnet, a new masterclass, a new program in general, some sort of new offering? And this creative project is really centered around what you can create in your business to attract your soulmate clients. I feel like that's going to be resonating for a lot of you. You'll have to let me know down below in the comments if that is resonating, or if there's some other decision that you have been kind of hemming and hawing about, but Spirit is saying now is the time, okay? Now is the time. What is the challenge for the Cancer Collective in the month ahead, please? What is the challenge? Let's see here. Okay, career transition. Look at that. I was just bringing up career. I feel like there's a strong career energy around you. Is there something with your current career that is leaving you feeling unfulfilled? Unfulfilled, like you're craving more. You're craving more purpose, more fulfillment. There's something here around what it is that you currently do is not quite hitting the mark for you. Is that resonating? You'll have to let me know. It says your soul is yearning for a career aligned with passion and purpose. Exactly. It's like what you're doing now doesn't feel fulfilling. Some of you are going to work just for the paycheck. And you know, the old age story, like, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. There's so much truth to that, okay? There's so much truth to that. If you do work that is fulfilling to you, if you do work that feels meaningful to you, if you do work that really is something where you're serving from your heart, attracting your soulmate clients, those that you're meant to work with, those that you're meant to serve, then it's, even though we have to go through the minutia, even though we have to do the mundane tasks that are, that have to do with a job or a business or a career, then you're still going to absolutely love what you do. And it's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like work. I'm an entrepreneur. My husband's an entrepreneur. And yeah, there's a lot of boring things that we have to do in our businesses. There's a lot of, we just finished tax season, right? There's a lot of boring stuff that you have to do, and it's annoying and nobody wants to have to do it, but it needs to be done. And when we're doing those things, yeah, there's other things that I'd rather be doing. However, those boring things, they are setting the strong foundation for doing something we both love. I love showing up in service. I love doing readings. I love doing healing sessions. I love showing up for my group inside of our weekly group coaching calls. I love creating. I love creating programs. I love creating ebooks. I love creating masterclasses. I love showing up for masterclasses. My husband, he makes metal signs. I don't know if you can see that one way back there. He made my logo on a metal sign. He made a giant one too. Let's see if we can. He made that giant one right there too. So he loves making metal signs. He loves the design. He loves preparing. He loves cutting. He loves prepping. He loves powder coating. He loves just creating things with his hands, and he's so good at it, right? So it makes all those mundane tasks really worth it. There's something here for you, Cancer, around your career. There's something coming up, and if it's coming up, it's coming up for a reason. I feel like there are probably some of you who have already experienced this career transition, and throughout this month, it's like, okay, now it's really here. Like you began the career transition maybe in April, could have even been earlier in the month. And now that we're here in the month of May, it's like the new thing has started. The new thing has already started. So everyone's going to be affected by this a little bit differently. And, you might be watching for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, anywhere else in your chart. Some of you might even be cross watchers. You could be watching for the second time this month, and maybe you've already watched for one of your other signs, and career may have been brought up because career has come up for a couple of the signs this month. So you would not be the only one. Now let's see what is going to help the Cancer Collective the most in the month ahead. What's going to help Cancer align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline in the month ahead? What is going to help Cancer the most, please? Okay, Universal Flow. This is a beautiful card. This is a beautiful auspicious card. The Universal Flow card tells us it's time to stop, slow down, and smell the roses. Now, what happens with flow state, right? When we're in our creative projects, which is, by the way, a master number 22. So confirmation, you are in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. When we are doing our creative projects, we typically automatically dip into flow state because it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's what we want to do. We're creating. Again, that's our magnetism, that's our manifestation energy, is our creativity, right? We automatically dip into flow state. But this card is telling you that more flow is needed in your life right now. I feel like for some of you, you're a little imbalanced in your masculine energy, and it doesn't matter your gender. Okay, this could be for men, women, non-binary, anyone. Okay, if you are imbalanced in your masculine energy, so if you are go, 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 do, hustle, 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 grind, 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 and not enough being, not enough of, just being, receiving, nurturing, nourishing, creating, then you are going to need to really up the feminine energy, up that creative flow, okay? It's like, think of a teeter-totter, okay? So if your masculine energy is way down here, you don't just add a tiny bit of feminine energy to balance it out. No. You need to add a redonkulous amount of feminine energy, and then it's going to go all the way up, and then it'll level itself out, right? It'll level itself out. So up that feminine energy. Can you find more time in your day? And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to think. You're going to be like, I don't have any time. There's not enough hours in the day. I get it. Every single person that I work with tells me this, and I feel the same way myself. I do. But let me tell you, I took a break from doing these videos earlier, and I took a walk in the woods with my dogs because I was like, I need to get grounded. I've been doing these videos all day long. I'm like up here in the ethers. I'm channeling. It's exhausting. It's actually exhausting. I love it. This is what I'm talking about. Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I love doing it, but it is exhausting. I needed to fill my cup in order to finish the videos. If I didn't refill my cup, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to show up as my best in these videos. So I took a break. I went outside. I took my dogs for a walk. I sat on the ground. I put my bare hands on the earth and I grounded and I sat in the sun and I felt like it just filled me right up. It felt like it recharged my batteries. So how can you invite more feminine energy into your life throughout this month? Okay, that is what you're being called to do. Get into flow. And roses are really helpful too. Roses raise the vibration of the environment that they're in. Roses carry the highest vibration of any other plant in the entire plant kingdom. Rose leaves are considered sacred. In shamanism, we do offerings to the earth on a regular basis. We do what's called a 3-leaf kintu, where we blow our love, our wisdom, our power into 3 different leaves, and we leave those leaves as offerings for whoever, but generally to the earth. So I use the entire rose. I use the rose petals in the bath. I use the rose petals also as offerings. If you have an altar, you can use roses as altars or roses as offerings on your altar. And just to keep around the house, they raise the vibration. I've got roses in my kitchen, I've got roses in my bedroom, and I've got roses in the suite above the garage. So there's roses all over my house right now, and I love them. I highly recommend that you consider them as well. I put rose water in my bath. Oh, roses have a very high vibration. Okay, what else does the Cancer Collective need to know for the month ahead, please, Spirit? What else does the Cancer Collective need to know? Now, if you're looking for more clarity, if you're looking for some individual messages, then I do open up 5 spots a month in my calendar for one-on-one sessions. You can check out the link down below in the description box. Now, I'm getting increase, okay? So you have already learned how to manifest. You already know how to manifest. You have manifested something into your life already. So you have the evidence, okay? You already know that you can manifest. And to be frank, we're manifesting every moment of every day. We're either consciously manifesting what we do want into our life, or we're subconsciously manifesting what we don't want, right? All that worry, all that fear, all that anxiety, all that stress, all that scarcity, like, oh no, what if it doesn't work out? What if they do this? What if they do that? Well, we're pretty good at taking credit for manifestation when we manifest things that we do want into our life. But when it comes to manifesting things that we don't want, we're not always so quick to take credit for it. But let's be real, we are doing the manifesting manifesting. We are co-creating our lives with the universe every moment of every day. And we can only manifest that which we are a vibrational match to. So if you're trying to manifest more love, more harmony, more peace, more fun, more joy, more play into your life, all of those things that are a higher vibration, but yet you're sitting around blaming, complaining, criticizing all day long, well, you're not going to be an energetic match to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So how can you be an energetic match to whatever it is you're manifesting? You've already manifested something, okay? You have the evidence of it. You have the evidence that you can manifest. So what are you going to manifest next, Cancer? What are you going to manifest next? We can often give ourselves an upper limit, like, oh, I want to manifest an extra $1,000. That would really, really help me right now. Well, do we really want an extra $1,000, or could an extra 10,000 be more helpful? Of course it would be. Of course it would be. Money isn't everything, but it definitely makes things a little bit more comfortable. It definitely makes things a little bit more attainable. And I didn't even ask a question. I'm getting the tough love card. So it's time to get honest with yourself about something. Maybe something you've been avoiding. This is what it says. It's time to tell the truth about something you've been avoiding. What have you been avoiding? Is this shadow work? Is this taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul? Are some of you neglecting yourselves? Are you neglecting your health? Are you not getting enough water, not getting enough sleep, not getting enough fruits and vegetables, not getting enough protein, not getting enough fiber, getting too much junk food, too much screen time, too much sitting, not enough movement? Too much coffee. I feel like some of you are getting too much coffee. This tough love card is saying, hey, that's interesting because I didn't even ask a question. I was going to ask one more question, but that one just needed to come out. So obviously you need to hear it. Cancer, let me know if that's resonating. Like I said, this is my tough love deck. This is my tough love deck. It called us on our shit. And then you had the tough love card fall out of the deck before I even had an opportunity to ask, what is the final message, please, Spirit, for the Cancer Collective in order to help them align with their highest timeline in the month ahead? What is the final message for the Cancer Collective, please? Okay, the magic touch. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you got increase earlier. Increase in the magic touch. Those two cards are like yin and yang. They're like they harmonize so perfectly, okay? So you have the evidence that you can manifest. The magic touch is telling you that you have gifts, okay? You have gifts. Ask and you shall receive. That is the message for you. Ask and you shall receive. You have magic from deep within. It's like putting your order into the universe. Like putting your order in, like, universe, this is what I would like. And just wait. And it will come to you. If you believe it, if you keep your vibration way, way, way up. And I'm not talking toxic positivity. Our vibes rise and fall all day long. But when those negative ones come, when you notice yourself in that negative vibration, in that negative mindset, feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, feeling, stressed, cleanse your energy, ground your energy, protect your energy. If you are not already using it, get yourself some Florida water. Some Florida water from Murray and Landman. Make sure you get the one from Peru, okay? This is like liquid sage. Put it in a spray bottle, spray your body, cleanse your energy, especially if you work with other people. Okay? Because guaranteed, if you work with other people, you're picking up their energy all day long. And Cancer, you guys are so mothering. You're so nurturing. You're so nurturing to other people. This tough love card is telling you to be nurturing to yourself too, okay? Be just as nurturing, be just as loving to yourself as you are to others, because that is what you need right now. I hope that you will join me on the extended reading. If you would like information on how to join me there, check out the link down below in the comments. And if this is speaking to you, please hit that like button. The more you like it, the more people who will see it, and the more I will show up. It really does support the channel. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the extended.